Hiya Marine, and welcome to Santa Barbara's Floating Theater, the oldest permanent floating theater in Southern California. In this first edition, we bring you Clevinger's Trial by Joseph Heller. The company for this excerpt from Catch-22 is Bill Rainey, Billy Dick, Paul Larson, Donald Kress, and Bruce Gottlieb. It is through the cooperation of them, personal sacrifices, and family traumas that we bring to you this production. What would you do if you were just a part of the system? Just a cog that could be placed anywhere in the machinery by your boss. A man who is both heartless and stupid. Clevinger's Trial is the story about a man in just this kind of situation.
What are you doing on sentry duty?
I'm not on sentry duty.
Why are you walking back and forth with that rifle?
It's a penalty tour. I got 157 hours off.
For what?
I'm not sure. Something about chapter 8 or sectioning.
Clevinger, I told you you'd get in trouble someday, always obeying orders.
It wasn't that, Husarian. One day I stumbled information while we were parading, and the next thing I knew I was up on trial.
For stumbling? That's a serious crime.
Also, I've got to fight Billy Petroli.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, but that's what they told me. In 60 days I have to fight him.
I think you're crazy.
They think so too. I know I must deserve what I got, or they wouldn't have punished me. I couldn't be innocent, could I?
Clevinger, you're a dope.
That's when it began, when you called me a dope.
I'm always calling you a dope.
I mean the time Lieutenant Sharskov called all the men together, because we were all so unhappy with him. Remember?
Sure, I remember. You were saying...
Clevinger, a victim of the system, blindly follows the orders of his superior officers. He is following them now, and he followed them back when his troubles began. I'm gonna tell him, Husarian, if he asks.
Clevinger, don't be a dope.
Why me?
Why not?
Why must it be me, Lieutenant Shaiskov, who has to have the unhappiest squadron of cadets on the whole air base? Do you know how it makes me feel to see you all so miserable? Do you know what the other officers call me?
Shithead.
Is any of it my fault?
Yes.
I think it's our duty to tell him.
I think it's our duty to keep our mouths shut.
Do you know what the problem is? I know what the problem is. It's your morale. You've got bad morale. Very bad. I've been in the Army a long time, 14 months, and I have seen some bad morale in my time, but your morale is really terrible. You have the worst morale I've ever seen.
That's true.
You've got no, esprit de corps.
That is true.
Don't I do everything I can for you?
No.
Don't I make you practice marching more than any other squadron so you look better in the Sunday parades? And what happens?
We look worse.
You look worse. If you meet me halfway, don't I always meet you more than halfway?
That may be why we never meet at all.
I can tell you this, how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless group of men like you in my command.
Not bad.
It will make it easier if we tell him.
Don't be stupid.
Let's bring it all out in the open, man to man. Isn't there one person in the whole lot of you with the guts to speak the truth?
I'm gonna tell him.
Keep still, idiot.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I know enough to keep still, idiot.
I want someone to tell me. If any of it is my fault, I want to be told.
He wants someone to tell him.
He wants everyone to keep still, idiot.
Didn't you just hear it?
I heard it. I heard him say very loudly and very distinctly he wants every one of us to keep our mouths shut. We know it's good for us.
I won't punish you.
He says he won't punish me.
He'll castrate you.
I swear I won't punish you. I'll be grateful to the man who tells me the truth.
He'll hate you. To his dying day, he'll hate you.
You're wrong.
You're a dope.
My office door is always open.
I'm gonna tell him. There we have it. Cadet Clevinger, trying to be a good soldier, follows the request of his commanding officer. The man who said he wouldn't hate or punish the one who told him the truth. But where do we find our hero? In the courtroom, being prosecuted by Lieutenant Shaiskov.
Okay, let's move it along. Major Metcalf, who's next?
Clevinger, sir.
What's the charge against him?
Guilty.
Good. What's the verdict?
Telling the truth?
That's terrible. Any evidence?
He went to college, listens to classical music, likes foreign movies, asks questions, disagrees.
I know the type. Bring the insubordinate son of a bitch in.
He's here.
Good. We can save valuable time when there's a war going on. Which one of you two insubordinate son of a bitches is the criminal?
He is, sir. I'm Shaiskov.
That's not entirely true, sir.
That he's Shaiskov?
That I'm a criminal. I've only been accused, sir, and I'm innocent until proven guilty. All I did was stumble information.
Who says so?
Everyone, sir. The Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, the common law, the military code of justice.
You believe all that crap?
Yes, sir. I'm a free country. I'm a free citizen in a free country. and I have certain rights guaranteed to me.
You're nothing of the kind. You're a prisoner in my dock, so go stand there in my dock and keep your stupid young insolent mouth shut.
Where's the dock?
Metcalf, where's my dock?
I'm not sure, sir. What's a dock?
It's where a ship comes in.
What ship? The ship that's going to carry one of you people away to the Solomon Islands or buried bodies if we don't get moving fast enough. In 60 days, you've got to be rough enough and tough enough to fight Billy the Trolley, and you think it's a big fat joke, don't you?
No, sir. I don't think it's a big fat joke.
Neither do I, sir.
Metcalf, shut your mouth and keep out of this.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what I mean when I tell you to keep your mouth shut?
Yes, sir.
Then why do you answer yes, sir, when I tell you to keep your mouth shut?
I don't know, sir.
Do you call that keeping your mouth shut?
No, sir.
Good. Then keep your mouth shut from now on when I tell you to keep your mouth shut.
Yes, sir.
That's better. Cadet Clevinger?
He's Clevinger, sir. I'm Scheisskopf.
I'm Clevinger, sir. All I did was stumble
Do you
on...
understand the charges against you?
No, sir. I don't understand the charges against me at all. All I did was...
Will you please stop saying that? In 60 days, you'll be fighting Billy Patrol, and you keep wasting time telling me you stumbled. Just answer my question. Do you or don't you?
What?
I forgot.
And it's your fault.
Is there anything you want to say in your own defense before I pass sentence?
Yes, sir. First you have to find me guilty.
We can do that in a second. I find you guilty. There.
Of what? I have a right to face my accuser, sir, and to have an officer defending me.
Does he?
I have no objections to letting him face me.
You can face him if you want to. Now let's get on with it. Face him. Good. Now who's handling the prosecution?
I am, sir.
Okay, shithead. Well, let's get...
Scheisskopf.
What?
Scheisskopf, sir. That's my name.
Scheisskopf? What kind of name is Scheisskopf? I thought your name was
Scheisskopf. It's my name, sir. It's German.
Aren't we at war with Germany?
It's just my name that's German, sir, not me. It isn't even my name. I got it from my father. I'll give it back if you want me to.
No, that's not necessary. I have no quarrel with Adolf Hitler. In fact, I kind of like the job he's been doing stamping out un-American activities in Germany. Let's hope we can do as well with this punk when we've all got to be sharp enough to cut the mustard and rough enough and tough enough to fight Billy Patrolli. Are we ready to begin?
Who's defending me?
Who's defending him?
I am.
That's good. We'll need one more judge, just in case Major Metcalf and I should disagree.
I can be a judge too, sir. As long as I'm prosecuting him and defending him, I'll be able to see both sides of the question and probably have an unprejudiced view.
You'd be the prosecutor, as defender, and as judge, then wouldn't you?
Yes, sir.
That makes sense. Then we're ready to begin. Now, on the basis of the evidence I've seen, the case against Clevinger is open and shut. All we need is something to charge him with.
I believe I have that, sir. In anticipation of the possibility that such a contingency was likely to arise, I took the liberty in my capacity as prosecutor of John Scheisskopf.
Get to the goddamn point.
Yes, sir.
What did the little son of a bitch do?
I charged the prisoner
I'm
Clevinger.
not a prisoner. Under the terms
What is the goddamn
I charged the convict Clevinger with stumbling without authority, breaking formation while in formation, felonious assault, indiscriminate behavior, going to school, mopery,
Sir?
M-O-P-E-R-Y.
That's a very serious charge.
What is it?
No one seems to know, sir. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Then he'll certainly have a hard time disproving it, won't he?
That's what makes it so serious.
Metcalf, you have a brother in the Pentagon, I believe?
Yes, sir.
But he's without much influence there, is that right?
He hasn't at all, sir.
And unlikely to acquire any.
His prospects are poor, sir. He's a buck private.
In that case, you better be goddamn careful how you're acting here. I'll put you on trial for robbery and ship this snotty son of a bitch to the Solomon Islands and bury the corpses. Please continue,
Scheisskopf.
Scheisskopf, with the reading of the charge against this smart-ass, white-ass, half-ass, son of a bitch and bastard of a son of a bitch.
Yes, sir. Going to school?
He said that once.
Didn't we have that one already?
Yes, sir. But he went to more than one school. Very high treason, provoking, being a smart guy, listening to classical music, and so on.
Well, Clevinger, now you've heard the charges against you. Do you understand them?
I'm not sure, sir. They were stumbling without something and...
Stumbling without authority.
Stumbling without authority, breaking formation, while in formation, felonious something.
Assault, indiscriminate behavior, going to school twice.
Mopery.
Mopery, very high treason,
Provoking, being a smart guy, listening to classical music, and so on.
You've already admitted to stumbling. As to the rest of these charges, are you guilty or innocent?
innocent.
And what makes you think we care? Do you know why you're here? Guilt or innocence has nothing to do with it. You're here because you're trouble. That's what you want. And nobody likes trouble. Do you? Don't contradict me. That's more trouble. Kill him, say it. Metcalf, you shut your mouth and keep out of this. Clevinger, 60 days will be fighting Billy Patrol, and you still think it's a big fat joke.
I don't think it's a joke at all, sir.
Don't interrupt.
Yes, sir.
And say so when you do.
Yes, sir.
What did you just order not to interrupt?
But I didn't interrupt, sir.
No, he didn't say so either. Add that to the charges against him. Failure to say sir to superior officers when not interrupting them.
Metcalf, you're a goddamn fool. Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
Then keep your goddamn mouth shut. You don't make sense. Clevinger, how would you like to be washed out as a cadet and shipped to the Solomon Islands and buried bodies?
I wouldn't, sir.
That's strange. Would you rather be a corpse or bury one?
I don't think I'd mind going into combat, sir.
You might not be good enough. Just what did you mean when you said we couldn't punish you?
When, sir?
I'm asking the questions, you're answering them.
Yes, sir.
Did you think we brought you here to ask questions and for me to answer them?
No, sir.
What do you think we brought you here for?
To answer questions.
You're goddamn right. Now suppose you start answering some before I break your goddamn head. Just what the hell did you mean, you bastard, when you said we couldn't punish you?
I don't think I ever made that statement, sir.
Will you speak up, please? I couldn't hear you.
Will you speak up, please? He couldn't hear you.
Yes, sir.
Metcalf,
Sir?
didn't I tell you to keep your stupid mouth shut?
Yes, sir.
Then keep your stupid mouth shut when I tell you to keep your stupid mouth shut. Will you speak up, please? I couldn't hear you.
Yes, sir. I said I don't think
Metcalf, is that your foot I'm stepping on?
No, sir. It must be Lieutenant Scheisskopp's foot.
It isn't my foot.
Then maybe it's my foot after all.
Move it.
Yes, sir. You'll have to move your foot first, Colonel, if I have mine.
Are you telling me to move my foot?
No, sir. Oh, no, sir.
Then move your foot and keep your stupid mouth shut. Will you speak up, please? I still couldn't hear you.
Yes, sir. I said I didn't say that you couldn't punish me.
Just what the hell are you talking about?
I'm answering your questions, sir.
What question?
Just what the hell did you mean, you bastard, when you said we couldn't punish you?
All right, just what the hell did you mean, you bastard?
I didn't say you couldn't punish me, sir.
When?
When what, sir?
Now you're asking me questions again.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm afraid I don't understand your question.
When did you say we couldn't punish you? Don't you understand my question?
No, sir. I don't understand.
You just told us that. Now suppose you answer my question.
But how can I answer it, sir?
That's another question you're asking me.
I'm sorry, sir, but I don't know how to answer it. I never said you couldn't punish me.
Now you're telling me when you did say it. I'm asking you to tell us when you didn't say it.
I always didn't say you couldn't punish me, sir.
That's much better, Mr. Clevinger, even though it is a bare-faced lie. Last night in the latrine, when you thought you were alone and none of us were eavesdropping, didn't you whisper that we couldn't punish you to that other dirty son of a bitch we don't like? What's his name?
Yossarian, sir.
Yes, Yossarian, that's right, Yossarian. Yossarian? What the hell kind of name is Yossarian?
It's Yossarian's name, sir.
Yes, I suppose it is. Didn't you whisper to Yossarian that we couldn't punish you?
Oh, no, sir. I whispered to him that you couldn't find me guilty.
I may be stupid, but the distinction escapes me. I guess I am pretty stupid because the distinction escapes me.
Whoa.
You're a windy son of a bitch, aren't you? Nobody asked you for clarification, and you're giving me clarification. I was making a statement, not asking for clarification. You are a windy son of a bitch, aren't you?
No, sir.
No, sir. Are you calling me a goddamn liar?
Oh, no, sir.
Then you are a windy son of a bitch, aren't you?
No, sir.
Are you trying to pick a fight with me?
No, sir.
God damn it, you are trying to pick a fight with me. For 2 stinking cents, I jump up to the big fat table and rip your stinking cowardly body apart limb from limb. Damn it, damn it. I tell you, stinking son of a bitch, didn't I tell you to keep your stinking cowardly stupid mouth shut?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Then suppose you do it.
I was only trying to learn, sir. The only way a person can learn is by trying.
Who says so?
Everybody says so, sir. Even Lieutenant Scheisskopf says so.
Do you say so?
Yes, sir. But everybody says so.
Well, Metcalf, suppose you try keeping that stupid mouth of yours shut, and maybe that way you'll learn how. Now, what a word, man. Read me back that last line.
Read me back the last line.
Not my last line, stupid. Somebody else's.
Read me back the last line.
That's my last line again.
Oh no, sir, that's my last line. I read it to you just a moment ago. Don't remember, sir? It was only a moment ago.
Oh my God, read me back his last line, stupid. Say, what the hell's your name anyway?
Popinjay, sir.
Well, you're next, Popinjay. As soon as his trial ends, your trial begins. Get it?
Yes, sir. What will I be charged with?
What the hell difference does that make? Did you hear what he asked me? You're going to learn, Popinjay. The minute we finish with Clevinger, you're going to learn. Cadet Clevinger, what did... You are Cadet Clevinger, aren't you? Not Popinjay?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, what did you...
I'm Popinjay, sir.
Popinjay? Is your father a millionaire or a member of the Senate?
No, sir.
Then you're up the creek, Popinjay, without a paddle. He's not a general or a high-ranking member of the administration, is he?
No, sir.
That's good. What does your father do?
He's dead, sir.
That's very good. You really are up the creek, Popinjay. Is Popinjay really your name? Just what the hell kind of name is Popinjay anyway?
It's Popinjay's name, sir.
Well, I don't like it, Popinjay, and I just can't wait to rip your stinking cowardly body apart limb for limb. Cadet Clevinger, will you please repeat what the hell it is you did or did not whisper to your friend late last night in the latrine?
Yes, sir. I said that you couldn't find me
We'll
guilty.
take it from there. Precisely what did you mean, Cadet Clevinger, when you said we couldn't find you guilty?
I didn't say you couldn't find me guilty, sir.
When?
When what, sir?
God damn it, are you gonna start pumping me again?
No, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Then answer the question. When did you say we couldn't find you guilty?
Late last night in the latrine, sir.
Is that the only time you didn't say it?
No, sir. I always didn't say you couldn't find me guilty, sir. What I did say was...
Nobody asked you what you did say. We asked you what you didn't say. We're not at all interested in what you did say. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Then we'll go on. What did you say?
I said, sir, that you couldn't find me guilty of the offense of which I am charged and still be faithful to the cause of...
What? You're mumbling. Stop mumbling.
Yes, sir.
And mumble, sir, when you do. Metcalf, you bastard.
Yes, sir. Of justice, sir, that you couldn't find me...
Justice? What is justice?
Justice, sir.
That's not what justice is. That's what Karl Marx is. I'll tell you what justice is. Justice is a knee in the gut from the floor on a chip night and sneaky with a knife brought down on the magazine of a battleship sandbag underhand in the dark without a word of warning. Garroting. That's what justice is when we've all got to be tough enough and rough enough to fight Billy Petroli. From the hip, get it?
No, sir.
Don't sir me.
Yes, sir.
And say sir when you don't. You're guilty, Clevinger. You would have been accused. And since the only way we can prove it is to find you guilty, it's our patriotic duty to do so. Clevinger, by a unanimous vote of the 3 judges, I find you guilty of all charges and sentence you to walk 56 punishment tours.
What's a punishment tour?
Make that 57. A punishment tour is 60 minutes of pacing back and forth in the hot sun with an unloaded heavy World War I rifle on your shoulder. Is there anything else you have to say before I pass sentence?
You just did.
That? That was nothing.
Sir, I believe I have the right of appeal.
I just took it away from you. Make that 157. First you want to face your accuser, next you want a right to appeal. Have you anything else to say in a bid for clemency? And if you do, I'll double your punishment. Then grab a rifle and start walking. Faster, faster. I want you to try to cut those 60 minutes of each hour down as much as you can.
I don't understand.
I can see that. In 60 days you'll be fighting Billy Petroli, and all you've got to do is nothing better to do than stand there walking back and forth with a useless rifle on your shoulder. Well, justice is done. Are we all through? Sir, who is Billy Petroli? I'm glad you asked that.
I was going to ask that too, sir.
I'm sure you're worse,
Scheisskopf.
Scheisskopf. Billy Petroli was a professional boxer who was born in Berwick, Pennsylvania in 1905. He fought 157 bouts and won 89 of them, 63 by knockouts. On November 4th, 1932, he fought for the World Lightweight Championship in New York against Tony Conzerani and lost the decision in a fight that went 15 rounds. He was also known as the Fargo Express. Fargo is in North Dakota. I'm glad you've all learned something from this experience. This court is adjourned.
What about me?
You? Who's you?
Hopkins, sir, you said you'd punish him too.
That's right, I did.
Scheisskopf.
Scheisskopf, lock him up and teach him a lesson. That's quick thinking, Captain. I think you'll go far.
I'm a lieutenant, sir.
I'm promoting you, Captain. I'm promoting you to Major.
Gee, I am going far. Move along, Hopkins. Get your toothbrush and a clean handkerchief and report to the stockade.
See how right I was about him, Metcalf? I said he'd go far.
If he's a major, what does that make me?
Metcalf, it makes you the guy that'll have to go to the Solomon Islands to bury bodies.
Me?
They are our bodies. Would you rather be a corpse or bury one? Huh?
And so the trial deciding Clevinger's fate is ended, charged with some flimsy crimes that aren't even in the book. Clevinger, an innocent man who, for no other reason than army pride, is forced to walk back and forth with a rifle that would do as much good for him on his shoulder as it would at the bottom of the ocean. Just another day of following orders for Clevinger, his way of being a part of the system.